Computer love.
Hey, computer love. Oh, you too busy to say good morning? Personal assistant.
Man.
Get back to you within 24 to 48 hours.
Going down in the DMs is something that I'm not ashamed of. Don't put them in the friend zone.
What's up?
Have you considered my girl Anita?
Somebody tried to catfish me.
Oh yeah. I forgot about the catfish.
What's up? What it do? Hey. We thank you for tuning in. And if you haven't hit subscribe, go ahead and invite a friend. It's me. I'm your main guy, Ty. That's me. And this is my girl, Anita. And you know we keep it fly. Hey. We keep it clean, yeah, we keep it real nice. Hey. And when we get together, just know it's a real vibe. That's right. We're two people who do a lot of talking on topics that are relevant to your daily walking. Sure. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hold on, Ty, wait. It's time for me to go. Okay. Chilling on the set with your main guy, Ty. We tell jokes, we love to laugh, you get a major high. Hey. Together we want to do some new things for you, so we hope that you enjoy watching season 2. That's right. Now you ain't gotta sit there like you on the fence, because we are the two that are talking with sense.
What it do? I'm your main guy, Ty.
And I'm your girl, Anita.
And we thank you so much for tuning in once again.
Thank you.
We have a very special episode today.
Okay, what we gonna be talking about today?
We're gonna be talking about computer love.
Hey, computer love.
And what we're gonna be talking about computer love is online dating.
Okay. Online dating.
The way you said that, I mean, what do you mean? Like, okay, what?
I'm just very indifferent when it comes down to this online dating, man. I can't wait to get up into this topic, though. See what we're going to go with.
So the first question I'm just going to ask is, do you feel that online dating is the new way?
I won't necessarily say that I believe it's the new way, but I do know that it is a very emerging way, especially now with the whole pandemic. I think now it has picked up even more. Mm-hmm. But online dating has been around for a while. I mean, I didn't do the history or anything like that before we started this topic, but it's definitely been around for a while.
Oh yeah.
And so I will say that it is more popular now, more common than it once was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely is, because I remember it seemed like, you meet somebody online, you don't know these people, that was crazy.
Me. That was me.
Yeah,
that was me.
Yeah, and so people, but now a lot of people were like, what you try online, you try.
It seems so common now.
Yeah, it's real common. Like everybody's like for it, which I love, because you say you're indifferent. I'm just like, yeah, I love it. I love it because, with me, in my experience, I met some good people. Not in a romantic way, but I mean, because we just didn't have that connection, but we built like friendships, and so I kind of like it. I love it. I'm not even why I love it. I'm passionate about it. I love it.
I would say I'm if it's solely for like meeting people, connecting with people, things like that, then I'm okay with it, because I'm the type of person I just talk to people. So, I have no problem with meeting someone, connecting with someone online, and kind of like budding friendships that way. Mm-hmm. But it just seems like when it comes down to like dating or whatever, like online dating, I haven't quite been able to just really pick up that traction.
Yeah.
I haven't been.
So, one thing I wanted to ask, do you,
do I what? Do I would.
How do you feel about a brother hitting you in your DMs?
Well, I won't necessarily say that I'm just like one of those people just like, ooh, they need to stop. Why they keep on getting my, whatever. I'm just not that type of person. I mean, I consider myself a pretty down to earth type of person.
Yeah, you are.
So, if a person does send me a message or whatever, I'll at least read the message and depending upon what's said in the message, respond or whatever. But now if because I will say that guys that have tried to get at me through Messenger, yes, I have pretty much in so many other words shot him down. But it wasn't like me intentionally just wanting to be rude type of thing. But it's just that, one, especially don't let it be somebody that I don't even know you for real. Like I don't even for real know you, and you inboxing me. Let me tell you what I do. I block them. Like if I don't know them at all, I block them. But like if I know you from like maybe we used to work together or something like that, I'll at least kind of like entertain for a minute just to kind of like see where you going with it, where your head at, what you talking about type of thing. And then after that, I have to just kind of be like, nah, I'm not your type of thing.
Oh, wow. Well, one thing, because I will go in the DMs. If I'm interested, I will slide up in them DMs really, really quick. But one thing that I ain't gonna say hate, but I just really don't understand why do some women, when you go into their DM and then they inboxing you like good morning, and they ain't even responding. They just reading it, they ain't responding, ain't saying I ain't interested. Like I just don't understand that part of it, and I'm just like, man. Like, I had a situation where I was inboxing somebody and just wasn't getting what I wanted. And so that's one of the parts of the whole online trying to get to know somebody that I do not like.
Now, I will tell you, like, when I had my experiences with attempting to online date, now, I don't really know what it's like for men when you get on. But what I can say for myself, and I kind of want to say that it's probably like this for a lot of women, but I can say like the times that I have attempted to go onto these dating apps and things like that, literally, it's like as soon as you publish that profile, literally you're getting hit after hit after hit after hit. Mm-hmm. And so I can't speak for whoever with you. Mm-hmm. But it's so easy, when we sitting in our own space and we can see that somebody has read our message. It's so easy for us to think like, oh, okay, my message is the only message that this person is getting. But I can tell you, when I was getting those online messages, on the little dating apps or whatever, right, these messages are coming like back to back to back to back to back from guys. I don't know if it's like that for you guys, not like if females are, or if women are sending you guys messages or hits back to back to back to back like that. But when a female puts hers out there, and I know especially for me, I don't want to do any advertisement for any of these dating apps or whatever. So I'm trying to refrain from saying like different dating apps that I've gone on. But soon as you put that profile out there, boom, 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 boom. And I've even had guys to ask me, or even to say, oh, you too busy to say good morning? Well, it was through text, through message, but that's just the voice that I gave to it, because when I read it, right, that's how it came off to me. Oh, you too good to say good morning? I mean, literally, there will be times where I might open up the message that was sent to me, but it's so many messages that I'm receiving. I ain't got time to respond to you and this one 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 and this one. I had to delete them apps. I had to delete them apps. You need a personal assistant just to be able to respond to all these doggone messages in the dating app.
Not a personal assistant.
Personal assistant.
Man.
Get back to you within 24 to 48 hours.
You playing.
So yeah, I can't. I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, with that, see, I haven't experienced that. I get, I mean this in the most nicest way that I could put it. I get just a lot of hit from just females that I'm just like, ugh. But when I see them, I'm like, and I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, the whole going down in the DMs is something that I'm not ashamed of. But another thing that I wanted to hit on as far as with the whole computer love and online dating is actually going on a date. And so now we are in the times of this pandemic, and we can't really go out too much and be around people, be for real. And so now we have these virtual dating dates. And so I have went on a virtual date before. Have you?
Oh goodness, excuse me.
Are you okay?
Yes. Yes, I'm okay. The moment when you start talking, and it's like, I don't know what just happened. But, yeah, it's like, yeah,
she got choked up, y'all.
If it can happen, so it would happen to me. Oh my goodness. But to answer your question, yes, I have had the opportunity to go on a virtual date.
Oh, how was that experience?
Okay, so it was nice. The virtual date, it was nice. It was different. That was my first time ever having gone on a virtual date. We decided to do a movie. We decided to do a movie. So I will say, this guy, he's a very, very nice guy. He's from what I've gathered from him, he's a nice guy. So we both watched this movie. I don't even remember what. Oh, okay. But
what was it? What was the movie?
What was the movie? I don't even know how long this movie been around. It could be an old movie or whatever, but it was my first time seeing the movie. So we watched Napoli Ever After.
Oh.
With Sanaa Lathan. Good movie. So it was a really good date. It was different. I don't know. He did say it was different for him as well too, because that was his first time. So he told me that he had gone on a virtual date. And so a little back up a little bit. So I met him on a dating app.
Okay.
And so we haven't talked much. We talked a few times. But for me, it's different. Yeah. It's different because one, I met you on this app. The only thing I know is like I saw a picture that was an attractive picture. I don't know what it was for him in my direction, and so we just kind of like tried to whatever based on that. Right. For me, I'm coming to realize that online dating is something that's really difficult for me because I prefer that organic experience of getting to know someone. I prefer being able to actually see a person inside their element. You can't get these pieces when you're meeting someone online. You only get that online representation of that person. So it just gets kind of hard sometimes for me, especially with me being a person who doesn't really like to talk on the phone. That's another piece that makes it kind of difficult because I don't really like to talk on the phone. So for me, I'm a texter. Now, if you want to communicate with me, I will text. Like, as long as we texting, I'll text. But then, like, as far as like being able to actually hold conversation with a person on the phone, something has to have been built up, you know, as far as like relationship, some type of relationship, for me to even get to the point to where like we can hold some type of a conversation.
Right.
And so, with like even with the building up the friendships and stuff like that, like I said, these things happen for me like organically, like within my element, your element, sharing the same element of space with someone, and we get to know each other in there, being able to see how you move, how you operate within this space, and then, you know, just kind of like getting to know each other from there. Even though like we might have met on the dating app or whatever, if I'm trying to remember on that one, did I put like there for friends or whatever? You know, sometimes, you know, you put like there for friends, but everybody is specifically looking for somebody that they like ready to go ahead and get married and all that type of stuff like that right away. And with me not being ready for all of that right now, it kind of like makes it hard to get to have like just a friendship with a person, because you're kind of like in this zone of, hey, let me get to meet you, connect with you, get to be friends, that type of thing. But then, and I'm not saying that this is the case with the person that I met, because we haven't discussed this or talked that far, so I don't want to say that it's him. But with others that I have tried to talk to with meeting them through these different online apps and stuff, you know, me wanting to be friends and connect in that way, but them already wanting to be like trying to get to know what they can know about you to see if you can be like wife material. They tell you quick, I'm ready to be married. Had some that was saying like the little emoji with the ring and the flowers and the heart, thinking like, you know, oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like some come right away letting you know like, I'm ready to be married. Not me. And so with that not being me, those are the ones like I'm not communicating with you anymore, because you already said what it is, and I'm not right there. Right.
Definitely, man. My experience with virtual dating, I had 2 experiences. And
what are the 2
what is it?
Don't make me start calling
it was. Well, the third one wasn't really like a date. So this is the first one. So I'm a part of a singles group, and so they did like a whole little what was it called? A night with the king. Yeah, a night with the king.
But you had one before that.
No, that was the first one. Well, wait, no. Oh yeah, the first. Oh yeah, you're right. So the first one.
I'm trying not to tell all his little business, but he's trying to omit stuff.
So the first one was it was actually a dare. Somebody dared me in the singles group, and it was like, I dare you to ask somebody out in the group. And so I asked this particular person out, you know, because I thought she was attractive. And so me and her had it. And the thing about virtual dating, and for me, it was just like, I felt like I was looking for something to say almost. And then it kind of like, it came to the point where I was talking about something that I shouldn't have been talking about.
I don't want to know what it is. I don't want to know.
Not like that.
But okay, like, I still don't want to know.
But just like, you shouldn't, like, why are you talking? It was like basically talking about an ex, a situation with an ex.
Oh,
so yeah. But although me and her didn't have any intentions on like being together like that with my side. I don't know about her. I just didn't have any intentions on like actually being with her, you know, because I already knew, you know, the age difference was different, all of that. So whatever. So I, you know, me and her was just talking. So it's just like, okay, well, I ain't got nothing else to talk about. I'm really not trying to get to know her. So I guess I'll just talk about my ex, you know. But it was a very good conversation. It was really good. But the second time, the person I actually got to choose this person. So it was a night with the king. And so I was the king, and I had to choose between these 3 females. So I chose one. So then we was like, and it was live, y'all. It was live on Facebook. So in the group, they had it live, streaming live, just in the group though. And so it was streaming live. And so we were asked questions back and forth. We was on Zoom. We had like a fake picture up. Well, not like a fake picture, but any type of picture besides our face, and then a fake name, whatever name we wanted to put, a nickname or whatever. And we were live on Facebook. And so, you know, we would ask questions. We asked each other questions, not seeing each other. Then next thing you know, she revealed herself. I revealed myself. Then after that, the date kept going. And so it was kind of a lot of pressure. I'm not even gonna lie. It was a lot of pressure trying to like ask questions and, you know, people watching or whatever. And they had the music going, and they had, before we started, they asked me did I want to like send like her some cash app to get dinner, but I was like, no, I'm good. I was like, oh, good. Look.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't sending her my money. I don't know her. And so, you know, but it was fun. And then so the last one, so I did 3 virtual dates, y'all. But the last one wasn't really a date. It was really like kind of like me and another guy. So I was Romeo 1, he was Romeo 2, and it was 3 other Juliets. It was 3 Juliets. And so we just basically came up with some questions. We asked each Juliet a question from the questions that we got or whatever. And we got, based on the questions, that how we liked how they answered the questions, we chose the one we want. It didn't go no further after that. You know, the one I chose, I was so disappointed because she talking about some she didn't have
she didn't have her
ID, and she didn't want to reveal herself. I was so mad. I was like, girl,
I remember.
Girl. But it was cool though. I loved it. I loved the whole idea of doing the whole virtual. It was really fun. I'm not gonna lie. I would do something like that again. It was fun.
I mean, like I said, with the virtual date that I went on, it was good. We had a nice time. At least I think we had a nice time. He said he had a nice time, so I'm gonna take his word for it. So I'm gonna take his word for it. But I enjoyed it. It was a nice time. But like I said, at the same time, it was still different. It was awkward. Not awkward anything on his part, but just awkward because it was something that I had never done before. And so, I mean, if I had to do another virtual date, or if asked, would I do another virtual date, I would say yes. More so, I would say yes, just because of the times that we're in now. You know, we're still in the pandemic. So I would do a virtual date just because of that. But would it be my preference? I would prefer not. I would prefer to not meet someone online and try to develop some type of a relationship with somebody online. I would prefer to just like know somebody, meet somebody, whatever, and it just kind of like bloom. Kind of like, okay, y'all don't get the wrong idea. Don't get the wrong idea. But I have shared this with you many, 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 many times. When it comes down to like being able to see myself in a relationship with someone, I love the way that our friendship evolved. The way that it blew. I love the way how like, so the element that I got to see him in was church. Now this is my brother. We have grown into a brother-sister relationship. He is literally like my brother. Blood could not get us any closer. So I don't look at my brother like that.
Right.
But the element that we share is church. So that's what we first started seeing each other at, being able to see how each other maneuver in that element. And then so from church, you know, our church is one of those intimate type settings where, you know, you can easily know everybody there. And I'm a sociable person. I talk a lot. I talk to everybody. And I'm one of those ones who, like if you're the new person in the church, I go and I meet you. I introduce myself. I ask you who you are and kind of talk to you like that. So I don't think there's anybody in the church that I've never talked to in our church. Right. And so, but just kind of like how we got to know each other through that element, we became friends. More so because you were friends with my ex-husband first. Mm-hmm. Right. And so I kind of like met you through my ex-husband, but still we developed our own type of relationship. And so it just kind of like grew and grew and grew and grew over the years. Right. And to now we're like inseparable. Right. We're like inseparable. But when it comes down to like being in a relationship, when I speak about, I would like it to be something that happens organically. That's something that I think about. I think about how our friendship budded organically. Yeah, definitely. So we became friends. So say like if there were somebody that I could meet like that, and and we become like really, really good friends, as long as he don't become somebody that I look at like a brother type of thing,
Friend zone. Don't put him in the friend zone.
But at the same time, getting to know each other in the organic fashion like that, and then next thing you know, he'd be like, you know what? I've been sleeping on my girl like for a minute now. Hey, what's up?
Have you considered my girl Anita? But man, yeah, I love, and I agree with you. I mean, but that can still happen if you meet somebody online.
I mean, it can happen. I think when it comes down to that, we all have like different blocks and stuff that kind of like get in the way. And I'm right now, I just can't really vibe or can't really get into it, get the wheels going when it comes down to the online dating thing. Yeah, I've tried it a couple times, and it seems like every time I do get on there, I have to hurry up and delete the app. I do, seriously.
Man, it'd be so funny when she be telling me about that.
Seriously, it's like I end up having to hurry up and go ahead and delete the apps, because it's like you try to like kind of step into something gently, put your feet into something, kind of like get your feet wet. Mm. Oh my God, it's like drowning you. Like, oh goodness, let me overwhelming. Got to kind of like step back real quick. You know what? Let me go ahead and delete this app real quick. And I go ahead and delete the app.
Nah, and I'm not gonna lie too. I mean, I want that kind of organic thing where I'm at the grocery store and I turn my head and then I say, "Oh my God," you know what I'm saying? And then me and her lock eyes. Me and her lock.
So you kind of like got like a little fantasy going on, something that you fantasize and that you want to happen.
No, I'm saying I used to be like that. I used to be like, man, I want I just want to, when I see her, I just want to be like, oh my goodness. And we lock eyes and then we just kind of like, and she say, hi, I'm such and such. I'm like, speechless. Kind of like, I want, how you be watching the movies and on TV and stuff like that.
TV will get you messed up. TV gets you messed up because you be thinking stuff's supposed to be like that in real life.
I know, I used to think like that, but now I'm just like, man, I'm probably gonna find my wife scrolling and then hit a love, and then she hit love back, and then it's a match, and then that's it.
Who knows how it's gonna happen?
Yeah,
Who knows?
I don't know how it's gonna happen.
I say that, like what I said, the example about like how our friendship bloomed and everything like that. Now, I know none of these relationships lasted. For whatever reason, not all of them ended because they were just terrible relationships. But the relationships that I have been in the past, that's how they transpired. Like, we were friends first. I don't have any ex that is not still a friend. Well, let me say that back, but we were friends first. Mm-hmm. We were all friends first. We for the most part, it was work. Right. Then some with school. But we were friends first. We knew each other in that type of element, and then it just kind of like transpired into a now we are talking to each other about being in a relationship. Mm-hmm. And so it just kind of like went that way. With the whole online thing, I guess it's different for me because this is like literally seeing somebody you never saw them before, never nothing, but then you reaching out to each other online trying to get something. Whereas in the past, it's never been that type of work before for me to get with somebody. You know, we knew each other from our element. We got to see each other, how each other moved within an element. Yeah. And, you know, just kind of transpired into, you know, in a relationship.
Yeah, and you know what? And even in that online dating, sometimes that awkward moments, because I've done online dating for a long time, but it's always those awkward moments where, you know, you on there and then sometimes you don't even know what to ask. You kind of like,
right.
So what are you on here for? And then I'm like, nah, why I ask that? You know why she on here? You know what I'm saying? So I be thinking like that, like, what should I ask? Like, how should I start? So, you know.
I've had somebody ask me what you on here for, and I said, just for friends.
Well, yeah, but some women don't like when you ask that, because I read in their bios. Don't ask me what I'm on here for. You know why we all on here for, you know, stuff like that. You know.
But that's not necessarily the case, because see, like when it comes down to that same singles group that you was talking about earlier, that you say you in, I'm also in that singles group, and I remember when I first joined that singles group, I remember the admin moderator saying that this is not a dating site, but if you do end up getting in a relationship from this site, then that's okay. But they specifically let you know that this is not per se a dating site. So literally, you know, it was a place where you could just come and connect with people. Right. Not connecting in the sense of being in a relationship, but just connecting. Say like if you were a female and you want to have you like a female friend, because you don't have, you know, you could connect with female friends. Yeah, so it was like literally just a place to connect. But now I see where it has straight up seems to have morphed into like, you know, people are looking for relationships. And so now I'm not as, well, I wasn't really all that vocal on there anyway or active on there, but I'm definitely not now, because it has now turned into like a dating site, and I know that that's not what I'm trying to do. Right. And so,
yeah, I mean, at this point, this whole online dating, I probably got one more leg in me. And I done paid, y'all. I done paid like $50.
I sure ain't gonna pay for that.
I done paid $50 on one, $20 on one, $9 or $10 on one. Like I done spent some money on these dating sites.
I ain't gonna pay for now.
I probably got one more round in me, but online dating is cool. I mean, especially if you're not a person that gets out a lot and you can't see people. Online dating could be good.
It has its benefits, man. But I just say, you know, just respecting the person's which is, you know, if this is what's for them or not. You know, just because it may work well for you, don't automatically, you know, act as if it has to be what works well for me. You know. Right. So I mean, some people get in there and they do their thing and do it well, and they happily married now. But I don't know.
Yeah, I had a post like that. For those of y'all who relationships started from just a hi in the inbox, how did you say the hi? How did you say the hi? Please tell me. How was it? Was it the lowercase h? Like, tell me. How did you say hi? Or was it what's up?
Or maybe they did like a voice message.
What up?
Hello. Hello.
But
who knows? Who knows?
Oh, we thank you.
And
so
then,
much.
Oh goodness, hold up. And we probably ain't even got time to go into this. But you know, and I already feeling the way that I do about the whole online dating and stuff. And so, you know, somebody tried to catfish me.
Oh yeah. I forgot about the catfishing.
Somebody tried to catfish me.
I forgot about the catfishing, y'all.
And see, and that's another thing. Nah. See, that's another thing. And see, and I was already with it anyway. Let's video call. That video call. Which, even though I knew that I wasn't trying to date anyway, but he was coming with it.
Mm-hmm.
He was coming with it. So me, I'm just like, well, let's video call then.
Right.
Let's video call. I mean, I know it's a pandemic. I ain't been able to go get my hair done, but we can fix something. I can figure something out. Let's video call.
Now I haven't got that experience. Dang, you experienced that before me.
Yes, straight catfishing. Straight catfishing.
Oh, you know what? I have been catfished, but it was through chat line.
What?
This wasn't online. This was phone chat line. Yeah, I used to do that. I used to do that heavy, and I got catfished. But yeah, anyway.
Oh my goodness. So that's another thing too. I ain't got time.
That's another thing. You do have, you're right. You do have to kind of like watch out for that. But I'm gonna ask you straight up. Look, can we video chat? I don't want to talk to you no more.
That would be me now. After that whole fiasco with the whole, oh my goodness,
that was crazy.
And then I'm talking like, I knew he was lying from the beginning. I'm sitting up there telling him, letting him know that I know he lying, and he's still like, no, why would I do that?
Man, crazy. Y'all better stop doing that.
But anywho,
we thank you so much for joining us for this fun topic. Just little fun, something to talk about.
So what words would you have for someone who is wanting to date, but they haven't been able to have much luck in their, what the areas that they frequent? And so they are kind of like thinking about online dating.
I would just say keep your options open. When you online date, don't just settle for that one person who just like sound good for real. Because you just never know. Don't get out there and online, because it ain't like you actually going on dates and stuff like that.
That's for real.
Like just
online dating. It ain't
your
like you having
open.
sex with them or something like that.
Just talk to a few people, talk to multiple people on there and see who's talking the best, and then narrow it down. I've done that before. Still didn't find nobody, but hey. Man, I'm gonna start putting more eggs in that basket.
Oh my God, you're so funny. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that would be my advice though. For real.
Okay. So keep your options open.
Yes.
And like I said, I'm not all against it. It's just something that I haven't been able to kind of like get some good traction with it.
Right. And you probably won't.
Wow. Thank you.
It probably ain't for you.
Thank you. I really don't. I don't think so. But you never know. I mean, but there's a lot of people who started out like me in the position that I'm in, but then over time they just kind of like push through and and they with it. With it. I guess I just kind of want to. We in the same space and we see each other often and we kind of get to know each other that way. I guess that's just what I'm used to.
And that's what you gonna get. Whatever you with, I'm with. Whatever you buy, I'm about. But anyway, we thank you so much for tuning in, for talking with Sense. And we'll talk with you next time. Holla.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's episode. Don't forget, every Thursday, we go live for the after show. So this is where we get together with you all on Facebook Live or Instagram Live and talk about the episode that we did on Tuesday. So follow us on Thursday evenings, 7 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and Instagram so we can chat it up with you all about Tuesday's episode. Talk with you then on Talking with Sense.
Wait. Do not leave until you subscribe. Subscribe right now.